I stepped onto my porch, coffee in hand, expecting a quiet sunrise, but found 24 strangers led by a woman in a garish pink suit, waving papers that claimed I had 30 days to vacate my own ranch. Out here at Redstone Hollow, a 50-acre slice of heaven just outside Abilene, Texas, I thought my family's land was untouchable. But Cynthia Harrow and her HOA cronies didn't know I owned not just my ranch, but the dirt under their fancy clubhouse. That morning, with my daughter's laughter echoing in my mind and their threats piling up, wasn't just a misunderstanding, it was the start of a fight that had flipped their world upside down, exposed their greed, and leave a question I can't shake. I'm Nate Harlan, 42, a rancher who's been working this land for 3 years, ever since my divorce left me with a broken heart and weekends with my daughter, Lily. My only light. Redstone Hollow's my refuge. Rolling pastures, a weathered barn, 60 head of cattle, and a creek where Lily and I skip stones. A place my granddad built from nothing in the 60s after Vietnam. It's not flashy, just a house, some sheds, and memories of Lily feeding chickens, her giggles worth more than gold. After the court said my ranch was too remote for full custody, this land became our anchor, where we rebuild what was taken. That Tuesday, I was watching dawn paint the sky when Cynthia's heels clicked up my drive, her makeup thick, her smile fake as a $3 bill. "Mr. Harlan," she chirped, voice syrupy, "I'm Cynthia Harrow. Willow Creek Estates HOA. Your ranch violates our standards. You've got 30 days to leave." I blinked, coffee mug warm in my hand. "Ma'am, I ain't in your HOA. This land's been ours for 60 years. She laughed, sharp and cold, waving her papers. "Oh, honey, you're in our zone now. Comply, or we'll sue." I wasn't just stunned. I was angry, my home a target. Cynthia's arrogance a blade aimed at my daughter's joy. Cynthia's violations weren't about rules. They were a land grab. Her HOA a front to bully owners, fake fines to force sales. My ranch the crown jewel for developers hungry for its acres. She was a washed-up local TV host, fired from her morning show, now clawing for power through Willow Creek. Her husband Victor Harrow, a land use consultant, pulling strings behind her. They'd done it before. Ellen, my mom, told me over the phone, running off a neighbor with fees. Flipping his lot for millions, but I wasn't some pushover. Cynthia saw me as a loner, too beat down to fight. Her notices, $700 for wrong fences, for $100 for noisy cattle, a test to break me. I stood there, her papers heavy, rusty whining at my feet, and felt a fire, not just for my land, but for Lily, for the weekends we'd lose if I let this go. Cynthia's motive was greed. Her HOA a scam to seize what my granddad bled for. Every fence post a memory, every cow a promise to my girl. I wasn't just holding ground. I was guarding our future. And Cynthia's first mistake was thinking I'd run. The fight started slow, like a storm brewing. I called my buddy Jake Larson, a real estate lawyer who'd grown up fixing cars with his dad, now a pro at rural land disputes. "Nate, this stinks," he said, poring over Cynthia's papers. "No HOA has pull on your land. Send me everything." I dug through Granddad's old files, finding a 1964 map, his handwriting marking Redstone's heart across the lines. Walking the property, I saw it. Pipes, cables, a hidden network under my fields. Not just for my ranch, but stretching to Willow Creek's 70 homes. Granddad, an engineer, had built their water and power systems, his contracts tying every house to my land. I called Jake, voice tight. "You gotta see this." He arrived, jaw dropping at the generators tucked in sheds, water tanks behind oaks. "Nate, you're not just a rancher. You're their utility company. Those homes owed me $50 a month, unpaid for 3 years, $126,000, and the kicker? Their clubhouse, a glass palace, sat on my dirt, built without a deed. I wasn't just fighting back, I was loaded. And Cynthia's smug grin was about to crack. Cynthia's plan was to scare me off, her HO faking authority, forging papers, and leaning on Victor's City Hall connections to push me out. But I learned from my divorce, truth outlasts lies. She escalated, sending inspectors with clipboards, snapping photos of my fences, cows, even Lily's tomato patch. Piling on fines, $900 for unkempt grass, $600 for unauthorized sheds. Then she pulled a dirty trick, Victor posing as an HOA official to cut my power and water. leaving me with candles and bottled water. Lily called, voice small. Daddy, are we losing the ranch? My chest ached, not just the dark house, but her fear, the thought of losing our place. Cynthia's social media rants didn't help. Photos of my barn captioned, eyesore, whipping up neighbors to shun me. I wasn't just mad, I was driven, my granddad's map a weapon. Lily's bracelet, blue and brown for cows and sky, a reminder, this was for her. I wasn't just defending land, I was saving our bond, and Cynthia's greed was her undoing. The war heated up when Cynthia sued, but the real showdown was the HOA meeting where I turned her game against her. She filed in federal court, claiming I'd faked ownership to extort residents, demanding my utility rights voided and $50,000 in damages. Jake grinned. She's got no clue what's coming. We prepped, unearthing Granddad's contracts. A cultural heritage clause banning tall buildings, and proof the clubhouse was mine. Cynthia's inspections grew relentless, her goons measuring my gate, fining me $1,200 for livestock odor. I hit back at their meeting, projector ready, 60 residents watching Cynthia's TV-style show, drone shots of my ranch, charts of declining property values. Mr. Harlan must go, she declared. Voice booming. I stood, calm. Mind if I share something? Her smile twitched, but she nodded. I flashed Granddad's map, my voice steady. This is Redstone Hollow, 1964. My family owns 85% of your land's subsurface rights. Murmurs grew as I showed utility lines. Your water, your lights, they come from my ranch. You owe me $126,000 in fees. Cynthia stammered. That's absurd. I clicked to the clubhouse survey. This building's on my land. Every meeting here's trespassing. The room exploded, residents shouting, phones out, Cynthia's face pale. I wasn't just fighting. I was winning, her empire crumbling under my granddad's truth. Cynthia's motive was pure greed. She craved my land for condos, her HOA a tool to harass and profit. But I had the law, and her court stunt was her downfall. She doubled down, her lawsuit accusing me of fraud, but Jake was ready, armed with deeds. Recordings of her fake inspectors admitting Victor's orders, and emails plotting my eviction before I'd even seen a notice. In court, Cynthia played the victim, her pink suit bright. Victor's charts slick, but Judge Ellen Proctor, a no-nonsense Texan, wasn't buying it. Show me proof Mr. Harlan's claims are false, she snapped. Jake laid it out. 1964 deeds, utility contracts. The heritage clause banning Cynthia's high-rises, and the clubhouse's illegal plot. The judge's eyes narrowed at Victor's voice on tape, scheming to clear the ranch. This is fraud, she ruled. Dismissing Cynthia's suit, fining her $40,000 for costs, and barring her HOA from my land. Cynthia's jaw dropped, Victor silent, as residents clapped. I wasn't just victorious, I was vindicated. My ranch safe, their lies buried, but a New Mexico letter arrived, hinting at another HOA scheme. Cynthia's ghost, or a wider net. The fallout was like a West Texas breeze, clean, sharp, freeing. Cynthia and Victor sold their house, fleeing to Nevada, her social media dark, her HOA reform vlog a flop. Willow Creek reorganized, Sarah Mitchell, a retired teacher, leading a new HOA focused on roads and picnics, not power grabs. They paid my utility fees, $1.50 a month, fair and square, and I used the cash to add solar panels, making the grid greener. Lily's grin was the real win, her voice bright. You're the power king, Daddy. We planted more tomatoes, her bracelet glinting as she hugged me. The ranch our fortress. Sophie Lynn's story. Rancher owns HOA's land, wins big, hit 5 million views, sparking Texas laws on HOA transparency. Cynthia's name a meme for greed. Neighbors rallied, Ellen visiting. Rusty chasing kids at barbecues, the clubhouse now a community hub on my terms. I sat by the creek, Lily sketching cows, coffee warm, Granddad's map in my safe, a shield for our future. Cynthia thought she'd erase me, but she gave us strength, a hollow reborn. That letter lingered, and signed. More are coming. Her echo, or a new fight. How many ranches face her kind? Tell me below, battled an HOA bully? Share if Rusty's wag or Cynthia's fall hit you. And let's talk holding ground over folding. At Redstone Hollow, we don't just live, we endure.